Imagine this. You're messaging a woman that you like. She's cute. You feel like she's totally into you. But when you meet in person, the whole experience falls flat, even though you believe that you have tried your best and the date went well. But by the time you get home, maybe she's already unmatched you. That second date you were hoping for never happens. Now you have to start the entire process of matching and messaging all over again, which is so frustrating. I know how frustrating that can be to never get past the first date. Trust me. But here's the secret to getting a second date with a woman. It's not about how good looking you are or how much money you have or even where you select to have the date. What it boils down to is one major thing: what you project to women on that date. Think about the situation this way. When you're messaging a girl, it's kind of easy to make her laugh and project confidence. You can make her see you as the guy who has it all together, but when you transition from messaging, typing messages, to meeting up, what happens? Do you A, still talk naturally and express yourself, or B, get totally stuck in your own head? For most guys that I talk to, the answer is B. Why? Because for some reason, you've put all these new pressures on yourself that just aren't there when you're messaging. You have more time. And as a result, you become stiff, less willing to take risks, and sadly, instead of projecting attraction, sexuality, and fun, you project timid, appeasing, and monotone. But don't worry, because we're about to change all of that. In today's video, I'm going to show you 5 rules to follow that will guarantee you rock a first date and show up as the guy she can feel attracted to versus the guy that she'll be ghosting after your first date is done. 98% of all men do not follow these 5 simple first date rules. That means when you're done watching this video and start implementing the 5 rules, you will be in the top 2% of men. The 2% that gets second and third dates if he so desires. So keep watching. I'm Marni, and from here on out, I am going to be your very own personal wing girl. Every week, I'm going to give you the no BS insider information about what women really want versus what they say they want, plus instantly effective methods to win over any girl you like. So just hit that subscribe button now so you can keep leveling up your skills with women. I'm going to take you from where you are now with women to where you want to be with women. So if you're serious about getting better with women, this is the place to be. It's not just watching one video and you're a god with women. It's a process, right? Remember that. Before I dive in, I have one more bonus rule that I forgot to add to my list that will guarantee you rock the first date: showing up with clean, glowing skin. That's why I'm excited to have Tiege Hanley as the sponsor of today's video. They help men start and maintain a skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which comes with all the basics: a daily face wash, 2 times per week exfoliant scrub, AM moisturizer, a PM moisturizer, all for just $30. And my favorite part about Tiege is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and what order to use it in. These products are amazing, but don't take my word for it. They have over 5,000 5-star reviews on their website from satisfied customers from around the world, which you can see. In addition to amazing skin, members of Tiege Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price, exclusive monthly deals, pause or cancel at any time, and free shipping in the US. And because Tiege is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers a very great deal. So just click the link in the description and you will get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Seriously, that is an amazing deal. So click that link and get started today. All right, here are the 5 rules to follow that will guarantee you rock a first date. Rule number 1, express, don't impress. All successful daters innately date with this mindset. They know that the goal of the date is not to impress the woman they're dating. The goal is to express who you are to this woman and see if you guys are a match. The less they focus on impressing, the better they are at selecting who is right for them. So express, don't impress. Express who you are and what you want versus aiming to impress a woman you barely know. Walk into your dates thinking, I'm here to have fun and get to know this woman. I'm going to share who I am with her unapologetically and see if we click. I'm not saying that this mindset is so easy to pull off, but you can totally do this. I know you can. 98% of men go into dates thinking the date is for her. I want you to go into your dates thinking, this date's for me. Be a little bit edgy. Expect women to either match up to your expectations or move on. Don't be pushy or mean. Don't be mad, but do understand and prioritize yourself, and don't hold back in being honest about what you want. The date is for you. Just keep things fun and flirty and you will be fine. Express, don't impress. Okay? All right, rule number 2, invite her into your world. And this one piggybacks on rule number 1. Dating is about showing someone else who you are and what you are about. I stress you because it's you. And what better way to do that than to plan a date that will immerse her in your world, a date that you like and love, and a world that you are your most confident self. So from now on, for dates, only go to places you like, where you're known, and where you feel confident. You have a thing for local Taco Bell? Take her to a Taco Bell. Honestly, you have a thing for biking with your buddies on Saturdays? Invite her along for the ride. If church is an important part of your life, you guessed it, take her to church with you. Whatever it is you do, yoga, game nights, or you're in a hiking group, she's not going to say no as long as you make sure she feels safe and taken care of. When you take her to places you already like and know, what you're doing is reversing the typical dating dynamic most guys fall into. Okay, so think about it. Most women, they are used to guys trying too hard to impress her. What ends up happening is she gets offered all of these choices and options that usually the guy doesn't even like, and she gets to make all the decisions. If you're not careful, it's easy for her to end up leading while you follow along like her little lapdog. And that is not attractive. You know that's not attractive. But when you decide what's going on and what's going to happen and invite her to join, she hears a different message. What you're telling her is, I don't follow, I lead. That is a sexy message for any woman to hear. She will understand that you're a guy with plans, priorities, and you will not change them for a first date with her. Plus, if she likes you even just a little, then of course she's going to be curious about what happens in your world. Rule number 3, go places where you know people. This rule I got from one of my old guy friends who would have anywhere from like 2 to 5 dates per week. It's before he got married, but he was a really good dater. Yes, he was a stud, but also on a mission to find his mate. And one of the key things he did was always go to places where people knew him and he knew the place. So this did 2 things for him. 1, it helped him be at ease and feel more confident. 2, it made him look cool and like a guy with high social value. And actually, it did one more thing. It showed the women that he was with that he's a social guy that people know and like, which are all amazing things for both him and the girls he was dating. He had about 4 different restaurants that he would rotate through, that he would take dates on, 4 different bars, and 4 places that he would do fun activities. And he knew people there. They knew him. They gave him the best tables. He knew the menu. He got free stuff. And the best thing of all, he got peace of mind so he could finally focus on his date. And I advise the same thing for you. Find a couple of great restaurants that you really like and start going there. Introduce yourself to the hostess, to the waiter, to the bartender. Ask questions, share stories with them, and then keep going back and build up those relationships. Then you do exactly what my friend did to position himself as the guy people know and like. And guess what? You'll actually be that guy that people know and like because they'll know and like you by that time. Rule number 4, plan short first dates with wiggle room to extend. You always want to plan for short first dates. Short first dates that you can lengthen if the connection is good and if you are enjoying each other. So for example, meeting for drinks or doing some activity that's like a 2-hour max. That way, you're not committed to a huge date with somebody you may not like, but it also gives you wiggle room to extend if you guys are clicking and having a good time. So for example, I know this great little place down the street that does awesome empanadas. After we finish up here, you up for going? This can also help you gauge where she is at in her decision process. So short dates with wiggle room are key. So here's another bonus tip. No one likes wasting their time. So if you're like 20 minutes in and you're putting your best self out there and you're thinking to yourself, gosh, this is like pulling teeth with this woman. How am I going to get through 2 more hours with her? I can't do it. You can do this. You can look at her and say, you know what? I think you're a great woman, but I'm just not feeling that chemistry I was hoping for. I don't want to waste anyone's time, and I'm sure you feel the same. If you're okay with it, let's just end the date now. And then see what happens. She may agree. She may perk up. She may reveal a reason why she's been such a dud, or she may be shocked and upset, but at the end of the day, this is your date too, and sometimes 2 people just are not going to agree on where they're at. Rule number 5, and this is the last one, it's not a date unless you flirt. If you're not flirting with a woman, you are not on a date. You're simply not dating. You're friending. So here's the truth. Everyone who shows up for your date knows that both sides are feeling attraction. That is dating. The cat is out of the bag. No one needs to cover it up ever, which means during your date, it's not only okay, but expected for you to flirt, to be playful, to touch, to get close. Not in a pouncy way, but in a slow build way where you test the waters to see how receptive she is at going through the phases of flirting. Something I explain in depth in my best-selling program, The F Formula. Flirting is what makes dates fun, and it's what guarantees the possibility of a second date. The proper way to flirt on a date is to keep her off balance emotionally in a fun way, of course, okay? So think of your date like a heart monitor. So think of the up and down like her emotions, right? High peaks, low peaks, middle peaks, okay? You cannot let her emotions flatline. That's boring. It kills attraction, even if she is into you. Instead, you have to keep her emotions constantly moving up and down. The way you bounce her around like this is by introducing uncertainty. So on a date, she's trying to figure you out. She wants to know, how much is this guy into me? And your goal is to always keep her guessing the answer to this question. I know it seems like a little bit of a game, but it's not. It's just flirting. Don't think of it as playing games, at least not in the bad way. So this is, again, flirting that builds up sexual tension. So be curious about her, share about you, connect with her, listen to her deeply, show her you are completely present. Use strong, amazing eye contact with a good smirk, joke around, tease her, touch her, and play around with pulling back every once in a while. Flirting done well always keeps a woman on the edge of her seat because it gives her the right message. You're having fun, but you're not serious and you're not fully sure yet. You might like her, but how much do you like her? Knowing how to speak to be playful with your words and teasing her in just the right way is the #1 essential skill that all guys need to escalate with women. If you're not sure how to go from just talking to a girl to going on a date and eventually to the bedroom, you should click the link in the description box and learn all about the F Formula. The F Formula is my flagship program that shows you a simple formula, and it's a step-by-step method to sexually escalate with women. It shows you how to disarm her defenses, build massive chemistry, and smoothly go from one stage to the next. It tells you what to do, what to say, how to get a woman excited, and go to that next level with you. In fact, even if a girl sees you as a friend or has previously rejected you in some way, using the F Formula on her will almost instantly turn her on and make her want to see you sexually. You really have to see it to believe it. Thousands of guys from around the world are already following it to attract, date, and be with the women of their dreams. And you can as well. If you want to find out more about the F Formula, just click the link in the description now. And you're going to be led to a short video which explains how it works and how you can start using the F Formula to immediately get any woman you want. And just so you know, this formula actually took 10 years of research and testing to develop. It's been tested on thousands and thousands of women, and it works like a charm. You follow the proven formula, and you will get the same results. It really is as easy as that. So click the link in the description below, and you can check it out for yourself. But anyways, I am so glad that you watched this video till the very end. I hope you found it useful. I'll see you again next week.